Hi there, Adam Urbanski, the Millionaire Marketing Mentor here, wishing you Happy New Year, most of success in 2011. I wanted to share with you just really briefly what I personally do to set business goals, set and achieve business goals. I've got very specific methods how I go about setting goals. In fact, I call it the ultimate goal getting for hopeless procrastinators. And maybe you can relate to this. But this week I had a lot of conversations with a lot of entrepreneurs and service professionals, a lot of them members of my Platinum Mastermind and Millionaire Apprentice Club, very successful people. And I noticed that still they don't set their business goals the right way. So I wanted to give you a 6-question process, okay, whatever way, 6-question process that I follow to set up goals. And I think you will see that it will help you clarify what you want to achieve and how you want to go about it, all right? So let's start with this. I love to draw on a board, right? That's why I got myself a big board here. So the first question is this. What do you want to achieve? Business-wise and personally. What do you want to achieve? And I want you to think short-term and long-term. Starting with long-term, which is about 3 years. Something I learned from one of my mentors, Dan Sullivan, that 3 years is a period that's far enough in advance that you can fudge a little bit about your dreams. You don't have to be so strict and realistic, so to speak, but it's close enough that you can kind of wrap your arms around it. And short term is your 12 months, and then even shorter is your next 90 days. What do you want to achieve? Very important. Now, even more important is the question why. Why do you want to achieve it? Now, I always refer to the why as the goal of the goal. It's the soul of the goal. What drives you? What will get you out of bed in the morning? What will make you stay up late at night, if that's what it takes, to reach your goal? What will make you give up your late night soap opera TV? What is it that will drive you? What makes you tick? Why do you want to achieve this? All right, very important. Now, the next thing is how. This is a two-part question. It really surprises me that most folks don't have an answer to this. Even business owners, even savvy business owners, they never set a personal and business goal, how much they want their business to make and how much they want to personally pay themselves over the next 12 months. So how much do you want to make this year? How much do you, when you sit down on December 31st, 2011 and look back, how much would you have made looking back? Very important. And also, how will you get to this, which is what sort of things will you get engaged in? What sort of activities will you do? Very important question, all right? Now, all of this leads me to the next one, which is what. This is coming out of this, and this to me is what activities, or I often call it what projects. What projects do you want to focus on? And to me, in my particular business, we focus on about 6 projects, big projects a year. Now, I want to share with you something here because, again, another lesson that I took from Dan Sullivan is about the largest check. How much do I pay myself? And when I look at projects, I look at my personal paydays or my personal payroll, or how much I pay myself based on what projects I get engaged in. So in other words, I could chase working with one customer and get paid, let's say, $1,000 per hour. And on the flip side, I can look at things like putting together a workshop or a seminar and get paid hundreds of thousands of dollars in a very short amount of time. Now, hundreds of thousands of dollars maybe in a weekend, but it takes 3-4 months to ramp up to this. So I have to spread this revenue over that period of time. So, but I look at this one event, one project that I get engaged, one activity, and on a total, what it will pay me as how much I will make. And I look at how much I ideally want to make, and also what's the minimum I'm willing to accept for that project. And obviously, I'm always keeping my eyes on the ball, what I want to get, but I'm also always aware not to fall below my minimums. Now, this is a little bit of a dance here between how much and what activities you need to get involved in. You need to be very clear, because if those two don't match together, well, you're not going to hit your financial goals. So this is not a pipe dream. This is about getting very specific of what you can achieve over the next 12 months and how you're going to go about it. Now, there's one final question here that I want to share with you. And actually, I want to show you a couple of tools if I can find them here in my office. When it comes to all this planning, this is another lesson that I learned from a good friend of mine, James Malinchuk. It has to do with tool number one, a calendar. Now, this is a month-at-a-glance calendar. Now, the reason it's so important, because in my case, I have events coming up in February. I have events coming up in April. Now, you think, wow, April is far away. Not according to this calendar. It's only 2 pages away, and I am in April. And if I don't get started on those things right now, guess what? Comes April, those things will not pan out for me. And here's another tool. Again, courtesy to my good friend James Malinchuk, a little pocket calculator that goes with me everywhere. Now, I love the big letters because I can see better. But what happens, folks, is I do this. I calculate all those numbers, what activities, what needs to be involved, and I calculate it down to the penny. And the reason I do that is because numbers don't lie. And we can have a huge pipe dream, but if the numbers don't pan out, if you can't make the project activity produce what you want to produce, maybe your business model is the wrong, you're chasing the wrong business model. Maybe you are focusing on the wrong activities, all right? 2 more important questions. When will those activities be implemented? Plan over the course of the year. Now, in my business, we tend to have a strategic powwow about once a month, about once a quarter, a little longer one, and twice a year, at least a day, maybe even 2 days of strategic meeting retreats. And on the top of that, I still meet with my mastermind groups to plan for my business. Why is this important? Because I plan the big dates a year and a half in advance. A year and a half in advance. If you want something significant happening in your business and you just come up with it 3 weeks before, you're shooting yourself in the foot. You're setting yourself up for failure. I bet you plan longer for your vacation than you plan for your major business activities. Year and a half advance. Those dates are inked in the calendar, set in stone, and very few things can change those dates. And if they are changed, they usually are only moved 1 or 2 days back and forth. That's about it. Final question, probably the most important one. Who do you have to become? Who do you have to become in order to reach your goals in 2011 and beyond? I want you to know this. In life, you don't get what you want to get. You get what you are on a daily basis, on a consistent basis. So if you're starting your business, perhaps who you have to become is a better marketer, is a better communicator. If you have a successful business, perhaps who you have to become is an even better marketer and a better manager of your business, because you now have more complexities going on. If your business is really significant, perhaps you have to become a better leader so that you can communicate your thoughts and your ideas to the people that work with you, so they can pull them all together, show them where you're going, and make them come with you, and make them help you march faster towards your goals. So this perhaps is the most important question, but it comes out of all of these questions. What do you want to accomplish? Why do you want to accomplish it? How much you want to make, and how will you get to your goals? What activities will you get involved in? When will you perform these activities? When will they be happening on the calendar? And finally, last but not least, who do you have to become? Folks, I've just shared this with my Platinum Mastermind earlier this week, and now I'm sharing this with you. I really encourage you to take an hour, a couple of hours, spend some time today, maybe this coming weekend, and really go through those questions in writing. Take a yellow notepad, a pen or pencil, write it all out. Do not do this on your computer, do this in handwriting, and I know that it will make a huge difference for you in 2011 and beyond. Once again, this is Urbanski, the Millionaire Marketing Mentor, wishing you outrageous, massive, continued success in 2011 and beyond. Take care. Cheers.